A political leader has been seized from his community in Ondo State, and his family is in a desperate race against time to save his life. Honorable Aladesuyi Kayo, popularly known as Jotina, the council boss of the Ondo Local Council Development Area, has been abducted by kidnappers along with 2 other citizens in the Ilu Abo community in Akure North Local Government Area. And on Tuesday morning, March 10, 2026, his family woke up to a phone call that every Nigerian family in a kidnapping situation dreads. The kidnappers have made contact and they are demanding 100 million naira for his release. 100 million naira. That is the price his captors have placed on the life of an elected community leader. The family, clearly overwhelmed and desperate, has done something remarkable and heartbreaking at the same time. They have gone fully public with a plea for help. A family has been reduced to publicly crowdfunding their loved one's freedom because the state has failed to protect him. And they are asking every Nigerian, friends, colleagues, well-wishers, strangers, to share the message, pray for his safe return, and help bring him home. Now here is the full context of how dangerous the environment around Akure has become, because this abduction did not happen in a vacuum. The Ilu Abo community in Akure North is located in an area that has been experiencing a terrifying escalation of insecurity in recent weeks. Just days before today's kidnapping, residents and communities near the Akure Airport were thrown into panic by the sounds of sporadic gunshots fired by terrorists who were simultaneously abducting the managing director of a farm in the same area. Schools were shut down, parents were rushing to collect their children, farmers were abandoning their fields, businesses were closing. The atmosphere around Akure Airport, one of Ondo State's most important infrastructure assets, had deteriorated to the point where simply being in that zone felt dangerous. And before that, Ondo State had already recorded a devastating series of security incidents in February alone. On February 25th, 6 worshippers were abducted from the Celestial Church of Christ in the Uso community along the Owo-Benin Expressway during a midnight Ramadan vigil. 1 was rescued, 1 informant was arrested, and 5 remain missing as of today. On February 23rd, the traditional ruler of Agamo community, Oba Kehinde Falodun, the Agalamo of Agamo, was murdered inside his own palace. On February 21st, a couple was kidnapped in Ilu Abo in Akure North, the exact same community where today's council boss abduction has taken place. Ilu Abo has now been struck twice in less than 3 weeks. The same community, the same pattern, and the same absence of any credible security presence to deter or prevent these attacks. If the worsening security situation in Ondo State and across Nigeria's south-south and southwest corridor is a story you want to stay on top of, please subscribe to this channel right now and turn on that notification bell, because these attacks are accelerating and every community deserves to have their story told. The Akure Northwest Youth Forum has issued a statement calling for the immediate and unconditional release of Jotina and the 2 other victims, describing the abduction as a serious and direct threat to peace and security in the entire community. Their statement reflects the deep anxiety that has settled over communities across Ondo State. Communities that feel abandoned by security agencies and are watching their leaders, their clerics, their farmers, their traders, and their elders being taken one by one. Jotina is an APC council leader, a man who won an election and was trusted by his community to lead them at the grassroots level. That he could be taken from his own community in broad daylight or under the cover of darkness tells every other local government leader, every councillor, every ward chairman across Nigeria exactly how vulnerable they are. No title protects you. No political affiliation keeps you safe. And 100 million naira is a sum that places his freedom far beyond the reach of his community alone, which is exactly why his family has turned to the public. Here is the question for you today. Do you think the Nigerian government is doing enough to protect elected local government officials and community leaders from kidnapping? Or is the targeting of a council boss like Jotina proof that insecurity has now completely overwhelmed Nigeria's security infrastructure at the grassroots level? And what do you think should be done urgently to end the kidnapping epidemic that is now touching every level of Nigerian society, from religious leaders to football players to council bosses? Drop your honest answer in the comments below. Please share this video widely, because sharing it might help reach someone who can help bring Jotina and the 2 others home safely. Like it if this breakdown gave you the complete picture. And stay subscribed, because we will keep following this story until every one of these victims is safely returned.